What's up, everyone? Welcome into this video here. Today we're going to talk about why I want to trade in the most high volume time possible. So basically, to start off this video here, we want to look to see where is the most high volume time. So how to find the highest volume time on the charts. Basically, when you're looking through candles from each session to session, we're basically looking for the biggest candle on the charts. Let me just draw a few examples here, very quick, easy example here of how to find the most high volume time on the chart in your session. So basically the first candle down here, not the biggest candle at all. We range it from 1 to 2. And this is Eastern time AM. So 1 to 2 AM Eastern time. This is London session, for example. And we have 2 to 3 here. So we don't see the most volume. We see a little bigger candle, but not the most here. But then this candle comes in. And we see that this candle brings us a lot of volume in the market here. So this is the candle ranging from 3 to 4. And this is the candle that we want to take advantage of. So this is the candle that we want to take advantage of. Now that we know that, and you can look in the past and say, okay, we have a lot of candles from 3 to 4. That's the biggest candle of the whole session. So that's the candle we want to take advantage of. We want to find the quickest move, and we want to take advantage of that move. So you can see here during my trade duration performance here by trade seller, you can basically see my statistics range. My trades is ranging from 2 minutes to around 10 to 15 minutes on average. So that's pretty good based on statistics here by trade seller. And yeah, really what we're looking for is the highest volume time to get in and get out of the trade real quick. So let's go over something about high volume and why we really want to take advantage of that. So in high times of volume, there's two things that happens. The first is that higher time frame wicks get filled. The second thing that happens is support and resistance gets retested. So when we have high volume, we can expect one or two things. We can expect that the higher time frame wicks getting refilled, or we can expect that support or resistance getting retested, potentially, depending on the chart, depending on the day, depending on how the price action looks like. But most of the time, that's really what we're looking for. So we got our volume time, and that's ranging from 3 to 3:15 to 3:30 and 3:45, because that was the candle we found out was the highest volume time before. So when we have these times here, we say, okay, do we have our setup in at 3:15, 3:30, 3:45? We can have a lot of confidence in looking for trades at that time or in one of these 4 times, because confidence comes by data. And we know we got data because we gathered data from looking at the past candles and seeing, okay, where is the highest volume time? So when we look through these 1-hour candles and saw before in that great example I came with before, we could basically see that the highest volume time was these 4 times here in that 1-hour candle there. So let me draw an example here of a trade position that we could normally see here on the charts. So we are moving down here. That's the 4 time frame moving down too, and we see this move begin to come up here. So we begin to see a few candles coming up here. And basically what we're seeing now is that a candle beginning to close above this range here. So we are at on the 15-minute, 30-minute. So basically one of those 2 time frames here. We have the 4-hour over here to the right. And let me draw that in a second here. So basically what we're seeing now is that this 30 or 15-minute time frame is beginning to close above this previous range here. The 4-hour is looking like this. And we have already created a low here, like this. And we're beginning to come up here to create that top wick as we're expecting. So in high volume times, resistance and support get retested and higher time frame wicks get filled. So sometimes, and it's really the best times, that you'll see something like this, where we both have a wick to fill and we have a range here on the lower time frame that we could come down, create a resistance now, and come down and retest support. So if we see this, we really want to take advantage of that in high volume time. So if we see this resistance here and the fall was bearish over here, we want to take advantage of this move here beginning to come down. Oh, sorry, if we break this low on the previous candle. So we know that support and resistance getting retested. That's why we want to take advantage of high volume times. We know that wicks getting filled. So we know that the forward time frame most likely in this example here, after creating its top wick, breaking its own low to, could fill this wick here. So wicks getting filled there, support and resistance getting retested on the over here to the left. To the right here, we see that that wick got filled. So, as you saw my trade duration performance, you could see that my trades were ranging from 2 minutes to around like 15 minutes on average. So you can see this move here happen pretty quickly. You can see it happen on a 15-minute time frame in 1:15 candle, probably in the first like 10 minutes here. So if that happens pretty quick, we want to take advantage of the highest volume time to be in and out of the trade as quick as possible with still, taking it at a high volume time. So you can see here on my trade time performance, you can basically see that most of my trades were taken between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. Most of them at around like 2 to 3:30. And you can see that aligns pretty good with these times up here. So we found the biggest candle in the session. We know how to identify the highest volume times on the chart. We know what high volume times do. It retests support and resistance, and it fills higher time frame wicks. And we know that the most volume now in London session comes in at 3:15, 3:30, and 3:45. Just to simplify things, this is just an example here in London session, but we know now by the candle I drew up in the start of this video here that volume comes in at these 4 times here in that one hour candle. And we're basically looking for the quickest move and the best move of the session here that we're trading. So we want to take advantage of that 1 hour candle. That was the biggest candle I drew out in the start of the session. And that's how we can do it right here. So we look out to identify where the time is at, where the biggest high or the highest volume time is at. And we see, okay, we look for a move in between that time because that brings us the best results and the less duration we got to be in the trade. So the trade duration performance was looking pretty good. And the trade time performance was looking pretty good too. High volume time, less time in the trade. We're just in and out real quick. So that's why I want to trade in the highest volume time possible, because I really want to take advantage of that quick move. And I know that I can have a lot more confidence in the trade when I look for trades where I know by data that that trade is highly possible of being a winner, because I know that there's a much higher probability of that trade retesting support or resistance or filling higher time frame wicks. So yeah, that was it for this video here. Brings me a lot of more confidence to trade in high volume times, and I hope it gives you a lot more insight of what you are looking for with your edge in the market, or you could just use something from this video. So I hope that you like it. If you have any new ideas for any new other video, please comment down below, and I will see y'all in the next one. See ya, peace.